Have you ever wondered how tour players control their ball flight in heavy windy days? Well, I'm Matt Walter. I'm working with Motivo Golf here, working off this awesome dual turf mat that they have. We are giving you a free nugget of how to flight the ball down and keep it out of that heavy wind into your face. So, a lot of golfers struggle with really, really windy days because they don't know how to play it effectively. They think they feel that wind in their face, they think swing harder, swing faster, and it creates a lot of headache because when you start to swing harder and faster, you increase the spin rate, and when you increase the spin rate, ball flies higher, gets chewed up by the wind even more, you lose more distance, and it's just relatively a bad day at the office. So, we want to have the ability to flight the ball down. And what I mean by that is, you want to think about the apex of your shot. If your ball is apexing really high, so where the ball hits its highest altitude and then drops to the ground, if it's apexing really high, it's going to get torn up by the wind, right? So the more spin, the higher the ball goes, the more susceptible we are to losing your shot. And the ball is the most susceptible as soon as it hits that apex because now you've lost momentum, and once it's apex, it's all in the hands of gravity and the wind. So you want to make sure you're taking control of your flight. So here's how you can do that. So let's just say we set up for a normal shot. We get geared up, ready to go, right? Let's just go ahead and rip a full swing real quick. So that's what my full swing looks like. Not bad for your teacher pro. Make more money teaching than I do playing, so that's a good thing. So what we want to do now is we can get in our full swing setup. I want you to narrow your stance to pitch shot level. Flare that left foot out just a little bit more than normal. So we got that left toe pointing more towards your target. 60-70% of your pressure on your front foot. Kind of maintain it there. I wouldn't say you have to push down really hard or increase at any point in the swing. I just like to just keep it constant. I don't want a whole lot of change. This is what I feel. And then I want to see like a 70% effort. Still a full swing move-ish, but I want about 70% effort. So that ball flight, since you can't see it, was about half of what I did on a full swing. Now if we think about the physics of that, if I'm flying the ball half as high, there's less likelihood that the ball is going to go off course. It'll land quicker, and it'll stay on line longer. So that's a perk to be on windy days because I can lose a shot one way or the other, and that's not exactly a fun day in the office when the ball just takes off with the wind. We have a hard time. Now, common error I see a lot of golfers do when they do this wrong is they'll take a full backswing and then slow down in the downswing. That's not what we're looking for here. We want a constantly smooth tempo. So the tempo is the same despite the club head speed being slower. So let's say I swing my 8-iron somewhere in the ballpark of 90 miles an hour. I try to swing that at about 80 miles an hour. I'm taking a lot of club head speed off. It's a really lazy swing. It's a really soft swing, not tense, relaxed, best I can. And I try to hit a nice smooth shot. So let's do it again, right? So we got narrower stance, left foot flared, pressure towards that left foot, just 70% effort. So, typically for me, this is my tendency, when I hit these little shots, I tend to pull it. So I like to also add a little bit of an element of opening the club face up. Now that seems counterintuitive. You're saying, Coach, you're trying to hit it low. Why are you trying to have the club face open? Well, I'll show you. Ready? Same thing, same height. It prevents me from overdrawing my target when I'm making these shorter swings. So what I would encourage you to do is try these shots, and if you're not successful with it, continue to tinker with the setup as far as open face, closed face, ball back, ball forward. I really said ball go forward, but maybe ball back a little bit to draw it a little more. Little micro life hacks like that in your setup. So if you have a little tendency to fade, play a little bit more towards your right toe. And try to do the same thing. This one just draws it too hard for me. I can't play it from back here and be consistent, unfortunately. so there's a little bit of drawing off my target, so we don't want that. So, I like to keep the ball position middle for that reason. Just that narrower stance, a little bit of a lean forward, softer hands, in my case slightly open club face. I hit these soft, low trajectory shots. Now what you have to take in consideration if you do this is that you're not going to hit it as far. So you want to really make sure that when you're doing this effort that you have considered the distance change from a full 8-iron to a reduced flighted down 8-iron, and then adjust accordingly for when you go into the wind and such. So, I hope you enjoyed the tip. If you would help me out, when you buy one of these mats, use my code, MattWalterPGA. Get you one of these hooked up for a discount. That way you get a deal, I get a deal, and we're all happy. And plus you've already got a free tip, so you're ahead of me so far. So, go out there, practice hard. Talk to you soon.